Could have believed my eyes. Oh, too good to be true.
Hi guys, I'm Annabelle and welcome to Meeple Village. Today we're going to continue our campaign of Dungeons and Dragons. This is our 4th adventure and we're going to just jump right in. Join me at the table and let's play Dungeons and Dragons. Alright, so the game, I have it kind of set up but not really. Well, actually pretty much done, but I wanted to explain a couple things to you. So we're using the same characters during the campaign. You're not allowed to switch characters, so it's still Quinn and Tarek going for it. In between last time, if you haven't watched last time, the videos on the channel, so you can catch up with where we are. This is adventure number 4 in the campaign. So we've already done 1, 2, and 3. And in between campaigns, you can go shopping. The last time we got a boom card that lets us, I guess, expand our shopping choices a little bit more. Because usually when you go shopping, you take the treasure deck, which is this one, and you shuffle it and you take out 3 cards. And you can buy any of those 3 cards if you can afford them, obviously, which is hard in this game because we don't get a lot of money from killing monsters and the stuff is really expensive. But last time we got a boon that from now on we can turn 5 cards over and buy out of, so we get a little bit more choices. Out of those 5 cards we can get as many as we can afford. Now, we couldn't afford much, again. All I got was a potion of healing, which I used last time, so I kind of replenished it. And Quinn has 300 gold left. And I did the same thing that pretty much the same thinking that I had last time. Quinn had less money, so I'll have him spend it on the potion, even though he is our healer. And I'll have Tarek save the money because he has more. He has 1,100 gold right now. So most of the stuff that's in the shop is going to cost around, there's some cheap stuff, like the healing potion was it 600, I believe? Yeah, 600 gold. But a lot of the stuff is going to cost us 1,500 or even 2,000 gold. So he might be able to make it to the 1,500 if he gets 400 bucks gold during this adventure. But other than that, what we do is we start with the start tile out in our dungeon tiles in a pile, and then we get the dire chamber entrance. We take the top 3 cards of the pile and we shuffle the dire entrance, or dire chamber entrance, I guess. We shuffle it and then we put it under the 8th tile on this beautiful pile that we have left, which we should probably shuffle as well. Probably should have shuffled before I took the first 3, but I didn't. But I think they're okay. They're random enough. So that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7. I think it's under the 8th or under the 7th. No, it's under the 7th. This is going to be either 8th, 9th, or 10th tile that we explore. Okay, and in the first adventure that we ran, our reward was that from every adventure on, now we can explore 1 tile for free even before we start the game. So we're going to do that. We also have to start in the starting tile, so I'm just going to place them there for now. I might show you guys, I will show you their powers and all of their stuff, just to recap, just in case you don't remember. And we're going to get the first one for free. Okay, so let's see. To put the arrow facing, so because of that and because I might want to keep my tiles there, I'm going to go that way so that it's not in the way. And we don't have to draw an encounter. This is like a free exploration. It just means that we're closer to the dire chamber entrance. Alright, so I think with that we're ready to go. So usually Quinn's the one that starts, so we'll have him start. Let me show you what he's all about and then we'll go. Okay, so here's Quinn. He is a human cleric. He has an HP of 8, speed of 5, that's his surge value and his AC. And like I said, he is our healer. He has a power saving grace. When you or any hero on your tile regains 1 hit point or more, that hero can also end 1 condition currently in effect. So something like poison, or there's plenty, you'll see. The one I think we got last time was, I believe, poison. And then these are the powers that he can use. I will show you his powers as they come into play, as not to, like right now, spend a lot of time on that and just start playing. Alright, so he's just going to move. He moves a speed of 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep him on the same tile because he has a, blessed shield, which you and all heroes on your tile gain a +2 bonus to AC while this item is in place. So gives everybody a little bit more defense. And that's the end of the hero phase. Now we go to the exploration phase, where we can, if we are on an edge of a tile that is unexplored, we get to explore. So we get the next tile. We got to put the triangle facing the tile that we were in. It is a black triangle, so it means we're going to get our first encounter. We also have a door, which I should shuffle the doors. Okay. And I'm going to place a random door there. We're also going to get a monster, which is the first thing that happens. So our first monster is going to be a bear. And here's our bear. The cave bear is going to activate very, very soon. So we're going to come back to him, but just wanted to show you he has an AC of 14 and an HP of 2. So it means that he's not that easy to kill. And one thing I noticed is that you run out of space really quickly. And I'm trying to keep everything on camera. So I'm going to put my, what do you call it? My things, my items over here. Give the bear some space. Okay. And before we go to the bear activation, we go to the encounter phase. So because we have a tile with a black triangle, we are going to get an encounter. We need to shuffle these. And for our first encounter today, we get a volcanic burst. Attack each hero on the active hero's tile, which is both, at a +6, 3 damage. And even if the attack misses, people are going to get 1 damage. For Quinn, they need a 12, and they get an 11, so it's only 1 damage for Quinn. And for Tarek, they need a 10, and they only get a 4, so it's also 1 damage. We started the damage already, and we haven't even been able to attack any monsters. So both our heroes are down to 7 health. All right, so now we activate the monsters on top of all of that. So the cave bear is going to activate, and pretty much what you do is you read the bold part of the text, and if it applies, then you continue reading. If it doesn't apply, you move on to the next bold part, the next bold item. So the first one says, if the cave bear is on the same tile as a hero, he is not. So we skip the rest and we go to the next one. If the cave bear is within 1 tile of a hero, which he is, so we continue reading, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with a leaping strike. And down here it tells us that the strike is at a +8, oh my gosh, and it's going to cause 2 damage and a condition, which is daze, which I'll show it to you when he hits us. The bear does need to get a 10. And actually he does, he gets a 14. So we are dazed and we are taking 2 damage. So for our dazed condition, you can only move or attack, not both. Discard this marker at the end of your hero phase. Which basically means Tarek better kill the monster so that we can move and continue on with the adventure. But not a great start, but we'll take it. Okay, so that was the end of all of the monsters that Quinn controls, which at this point is only 1 because we just started the game. So we're going to go to Tarek. Let me show you what Tarek is all about. So by now, Tarek already is no longer at 8 HP, but 7. And he has brutal recovery. When you or any hero on your tile rolls a natural 20, you may recharge, flip over Furious Assault, which is an ability that he's got. The monster takes +1 damage, which we're probably going to need if we want to kill that bear right away. So we're going to use our Lucky Strike to hit him, because we can attack a monster within 1 tile of you, which is where the monster is at the moment. And if you hit and your attack rolls an even number, you deal +1 damage, which would kill the monster. We're hitting at a +7. The bear has an AC of 14, so all we need is a 7, hopefully an 8, so we can hit him for a 2 damage. And we do, actually, we hit an 8. I called it. Oh, wow. Okay, so because we got an 8 and it's an even number, we can hit him at +1 and defeat him. That, by the way, was an at-will power, which does not get flipped. There are powers like the utility powers and the daily powers that get flipped, and you cannot unflip them until you have something that can unflip them. Something along the lines of, I believe he has one, yes. Quinn has a potion of rejuvenation, which allows him to flip one of his used powers. But he doesn't need it right now, but I'm just saying he does have that. And the reason he doesn't need it, or Tarek, is because a Lucky Strike, like I said, is an at willpower, which is usually like a lesser attack, but that he can use all the time. So we did hit and defeated the bear, so bye-bye bear. And that gives us experience. This bear has 2 experience. We're gonna keep it down here as you usually do. And also, Tarek gets a treasure. So I didn't shuffle these, I probably should have. Let's shuffle. I did look at it, which means I was cheating, but okay, we got 200, so 200 more, and we should be able to get at least something next time for our next adventure. Okay, so that was that. In this game, we don't get a treasure card like in other iterations of Dungeons and Dragons, where you just straight out get a treasure, and it's cool because you can even get treasures that cost $2,000. Here, I got 200 bucks, 200 gold, so it's a little harder to get money. So he's attacked, but now he can move because you can either move and attack, or attack and move, or move. You cannot attack twice. So I guess to keep him in the same tile, we'll just go 1, 2, and we'll stay here, and then we'll have the exploration phase because he's at the edge of a tile that has not been explored, and we get another encounter and another monster. So first, let's draw our monster. We're going to get a kobold dragon shield. So these little guys are harder to hit because they have a 16 AC, but only 1 HP. So all we need is 1 damage. And he's going to fire up after our encounter, so we'll come back to him. But this is Quinn's monster, so let's put his money, I guess, I don't know. Well, that's the thing with this game, it grows so quickly, like you get so many cards that you're gonna need space. Alright, so for our encounter, we get an event, Hall of the Orcs. It says draw 5 monster cards, discard any monster that is not an orc, shuffle the remaining cards and put them on top of the monster card deck. So the orcs are coming. Okay, but at least we didn't get attacked again. So oh, not this, the monsters. So we're gonna get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And everything that's an orc is gonna stay. We got some orcs. We definitely have some orcs. We have the 2 orc archers and 1 orc smasher. So we're gonna shuffle these 3 and put them on top, and then these are gonna go in the discard pile. So we're not gonna see the snake or the guard anytime soon, but we are going to see a couple of orcs coming our way. 3 orcs to be exact. And in a way it's okay, now we know and we can be prepared. Not that there's much that we can do as far as being prepared for it, but hey. Alright, so the the kobold is going to move now or activate. If the kobold is adjacent to a hero, it is not adjacent, so we move on. If the kobold is on a tile with no heroes and an unexplored edge, draw a dungeon tile from the bottom of the stack and place it next to the kobold's tile. Place a new monster on that tile. 2 monsters for the price of 1. I'm guessing there was a sale at Monsterland, so alright, and that's Carrick. So we are going to get, because he is in a tile with no heroes and an unexplored edge, I guess we get to pick. We'll put it over here. I definitely don't want to go down because I'll run out of space. We get a door, so there's a door, and we get a new monster. We know it's going to be one of the orcs. It's an orc smasher. So here he is, and another one that's hard to hit with 2 hit points or 2 HP and an AC of 15. He's going to activate right away because it is his turn. So if the orc smasher is within 1 tile of a hero, it is not. Otherwise, the orc smasher moves 1 tile towards the closest hero. So he's coming. So we start on the scorch mark and we try to move him to the next tile on the scorch mark, but since there is no scorch mark, we just place him wherever we want. Alright, so we've got monsters. Let's do it. But that was the end. Oh, by the way, that was the end of Tarek's turn. He took his turn, his hero turn, then we did exploration, and then finally we did the monster phase. So we're going back to Quinn, who's probably going to have to come over and start attacking. However, he is dazed, so he can only either attack or move, not both. And we're going to discard this at the end of our hero phase. So does he have anything that attacks? It would have to be within 1 tile of a monster. Adjacent, within 1 tile. There is one that we can use. I think we probably should. We have an at-will power called Sacred Flame. Attack 1 monster within 1 tile of you. If you hit, choose yourself or 1 hero on your tile. The hero regains 1 hit point. Yeah, he is our healer. So we're going to attack the little guy because this attack only does 1 damage, so we won't be able to kill the smasher. The little guy has an AC of 16, so we better roll high, is all I'm saying. So let's go. We need a 10. Woof, we got a 19, almost a 20. All right, so we did do it. So this guy is gone. Me or a hero on my tile regains a hit point. I'm gonna give it to Tarek because what if next time they're not together? And if they're not together and I use my Sacred Flame, I can just regain it myself, which I also need to regain 1 health. And that is the end of my, that is the end of my hero phase because he cannot move this turn because he's dazed. So the daze is removed. The little guy becomes XP, putting us at 3 XP. If anybody rolls, I think if anybody, there's a card that lets us level up. I know in the original game, if you roll a 20, you can level up, but I don't think that's the case in the campaign. You have to wait until you get that treasure, which we probably can buy it when we're done, but it's really hard to get treasures in this game. But speaking of treasures, he does get a treasure token, not a treasure card, and it's 200 gold, so we'll keep that. All right, so he's finished, and he did not explore, so another encounter. We get a curse, Dragon Fear. You're cursed. Place this card on your hero card as a reminder. Paralyzing fear overcomes you. Whenever you move to a new tile, take 1 damage. Roll a die at the end of your turn, of your hero phase, and then at 10 plus, you discard this card. I'll just keep it here to remember. And that was an encounter. We don't get a new monster because we didn't explore. So at least Tarek only has to deal with this guy. So let's see if Tarek can deal with him. It is his turn. He's not cursed. He doesn't have any conditions. Let's try the Lucky Strike because the monster is within 1 tile of us. And if we roll an even number, we can do 2 damage, which is his HP. So Lucky Strike is at a +7. This guy is at 15, so we need an 8 or more. Okay, we got an 11, which is good and bad. It's good because we do hit. It's bad because it's not an even number, so our Lucky Strike did not get the +2. But I will flip over my Furious Assault that I showed you before for the monster to take 2 damage and get rid of him because having less monsters is always a good thing. So we'll do that. And then in an attempt to keep the heroes together, I think Tarek is going to go 1, 2, 3 and stop right there, and then we're going to explore this way. So we get yet another encounter. Seem to like encounters today. And another door that leads nowhere, so no reason to open that up. And a monster. We know it's going to be an orc. It's the orc archer, of course. All right, so here we go. This one is a little easier. 13 AC, 1 HP. And of course he's going to trigger right away. Actually, are we getting an encounter? We are getting an encounter. So he's going to trigger after the encounter, so we'll come back to him, but I'm going to put him on the table. And for our encounter, we have Bullseye, attack the active hero at a +10. That's definitely a good bullseye. Our heroes are not in the same tile, so they only need a 4 to hit us. And there's a 5. So yes, 1 damage. Okay, so the encounter successfully hit Tarek, and there he goes. And now the archer is going to activate. So he's back. If the archer is adjacent, he's not. So if the orc archer is within 2 tiles of a hero, for sure, it attacks the closest hero with an arrow, and an arrow is at a +6, 2, and even if it misses, is 1 damage. So Tarek is getting hurt again. And this time they need an 8, and they get it. So 2 damage. All right, so Tarek is down to 5 health. We need our healer to come heal us. But that's the end of that. So now we go back to Quinn, who of course is cursed. I gotta remember that. That's why I put it right here. And he's going to take a damage because he's going to move. 1, 2, 3 right here. And for that he takes a damage because he entered a new tile. He's going to use his Sacred Flame to attack that guy so that, you know, if we hit, then either me or Tarek can regain a hit point. Hopefully, I mean, it'll be Tarek for sure. Hopefully we hit. So we're rolling at a +6, and we need a 13, so we need a 7 or more to regain that hit point and kill our orc archer. And now that I think about it, I should have moved 1 more just so that we can keep exploring. So let's put him there. Okay, we get exactly what we need. We get a 7. plus the 6 that the attack has. So perfect. We'll give Tarek a 1 back. The orc becomes XP. Let's take him out. Let's get a treasure for Quinn. 500. That's great. I've never seen a bag of jewels before. Perfect. And of course, we have to, this is the end of the hero phase. So before we go to exploration and all that stuff, if we get a 10 or more, we are no longer cursed. We hit a 20. Huh, okay, well, we're no longer cursed. So bye-bye encounter. It only hit us once. That's not bad. And now we go to the exploration phase where we are at the edge of a unexplored tiles. So we finally get a respite from the encounters, but we do get a new monster, which is going to be the other orc archer. Yes. So, and it's going to belong to Quinn. So he's back. And we know what he's going to do. Since there's no encounter, we just go straight to him. He's going to throw an arrow at us. For Quinn, though, he has 18 AC, so he needs to, the orc archer, in order to hit us, has to hit a 12. Of course, even if he fails, we still get him 1 damage. Can he roll a 12? No, he cannot. Okay, so it's 1 damage to Quinn. And that's the end of Quinn. We activated all of his monsters. It's funny because in most other games that we played so far, this place is full of monsters at this point. It's like I can't control them. They're just everywhere. But today we've done pretty good at trying to keep them at bay. So, all right, so let's go for Tarek. I'm going to use his Lucky Strike to attack a monster within 1 tile, even though I don't care if I get an even number because this guy only has 1 HP. But I want to move this way, not that way, because, well, first of all, it'll be on camera. Second of all, that hole there is restricted. I don't know if I like that. This kind of gives me more of a chance to for the map to grow that way. So that's the plan. So let's see. We are at 7 already, and we need to hit us 13, so we need 6 or more. And we definitely got it. We got a 12. I wish he would have gotten a 20. Let me see. When you or any hero on your tile, were they in the same tile when he rolled a 20? They were. So this thing should have gotten flipped, the Fierce Assault, because he did roll a 20 last time, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we do kill the orc, and he becomes XP. I wish I could sell them. I wish I could sell my XP and get more money. And we get a treasure. We get 200, so yes, he made it to 1500. That's great. And anything else? He needs to move. Okay, so he moves a speed of 6. We don't need all that. We just need 3. And at the end of our turn, we go to exploration. So we're going to get an encounter, but the wall matches the wall. I'm happy about that. We're also going to get a monster. It's another orc archer. Oh my gosh, how many of these guys did we get? I thought we were done with them, but I guess we weren't. Okay, so he's back. And first encounter, and we get an adventure card, the Vast Gate Flares. This card cannot be canceled. Okay, we weren't planning on canceling. By the way, we can cancel cards with 5 XP, which we have, so we should start thinking about that. This card cannot be canceled if the Vast Gate marker is not in play. Discard this card. Okay, well that was okay. There is no Vast Gate, so goodbye encounter. And now, of course, this guy's gonna fire an arrow at us at a +6, hitting us no matter what. It's gonna try to hit Tarek, and Tarek is not in the same tile with the other friend, so he has an AC of 14, so the orc archer needs an 8. And he only gets a 3. Okay. So it's 1 damage to Tarek, because even when he misses, he does the 1 damage. And that's the end of Tarek. He did his hero phase, and then we did exploration, and we did monster activations. We go back to Quinn, who's gonna go help, right? Let's see, he moves only 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He wouldn't get to the edge. 1, 2, 3. I wanna try, how about we go this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because I want them on the same tile because we need to regain some health here. So we're going to attack a monster within a tile of you at a +6, needing to hit a 13, so we need a 7. And yes, we get a 15. So let's give the health to Tarek, because I'm holding on to my healing potion. If anything, I can just drink it, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, with that we can regain 2 hit points, which might come in handy. I don't want to use it right away, because if I don't use it, I can keep it for my next adventure, and that way I don't have to keep buying them. But I am at 5 health. All right, so we defeated him. And he goes to XP, which means we might not have to face encounters later on. And then we get a gold. We get 100 gold. Quinn and his 100 by 100. That's how he rolls. All right. And I guess clerics don't get paid much for killing monsters. They're just a support character. So it's thematic. We are at an unexplored tile. Oh, the walls match. I'm happy about that. We get an encounter and a monster. Our monster, no more archers, no more orcs. It's a gibbering mouther. You know what? Bring the orcs back. Okay, so this friend has 2 HP, so Tarak is on the case, and an AC of 14, and he's going to act right after our encounter. It's an environment. An environment stays in place until we draw another environment card. So, a Dragon's Tribute. When drawing a treasure token, draw 2 and discard the one with the highest value. There goes all of our hopes for getting money. If one of the treasure is an item, discard the item. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is terrible. So we'll keep it here until we can find another environment card. Hopefully there's some in the deck and we can, maybe it'll be worse, I don't know. All right, so that was our encounter, and now the gibbering mouther is going to go. If the gibbering mouther is within 1 tile of a hero, which it is, it attacks all heroes within 1 tile. Okay, at a +8, 1 and dazed. And he's attacking us both because we're both within 1 tile. So let's attack Gwyn first since he's the active hero. He has an 18, so the monster needs a 10 to hit him. And he only got a 7, so Gwyn's good. Let's see. Tarak is on the same tile, so instead of 14 AC, he has 16 AC. And so the monster needs an 8. And the monster got a 19, so ouch. All right, so the monster does 1 damage, and now Tarak is dazed, which you've seen before. Next time he can only either move or attack, which is bad because he is our best attacker. It is Tarak's turn though, and we are going to get rid of this mouther because with the 2 HP, Quinn cannot do it unless he uses one of his daily powers, but I want to save those for when we get the boss. So let's go with the Lucky Strike. Let's see, the mouther is at a 14, so he needs a 7, but preferably an 8 or a 10 or a 12 or a 14 or a 16. You get the idea. And he gets an 18, so yes, very nice. Okay, so this guy's gone. We get more experience, which I need to start using to cancel those nasty encounters. Like I could have canceled that card, I think, yes. We do get treasures, but because we didn't cancel the environment, we get to draw 2 and keep the, oh my gosh, we were getting a treasure. So now we only get 200. So isn't that fun? All right, and let me discard this one. And he loses the day status. He just got to attack, not move. So meaning we get an encounter, but we can cancel it. So what do we get? We get quick advance. Choose a monster not on any hero's tile. That monster moves 1 tile closer to the active hero. Draw another encounter card. Well, we're not going to cancel this one because there are no monsters on the board. So, but we do get another one, which I guess if we counter that one, we wouldn't have to draw another one. Ceremony, it's an adventure. Ceremony progress. This card cannot be canceled, so our plans went, to heck. If the vast gate marker is not in play, discard this card. Oh, it's one of those again with the vast gate. Well, the vast gate is not in place, so we just get to discard it. So no bad, no bad. All right, so that was our encounter. He did not explore, so we didn't get a new monster because he was dazed. So it's back to Quinn. There are no monsters on the board. Good, good, good. We need to keep exploring. I'm going to go this way and just move 2, I guess, and end my turn. I don't have any conditions at the moment, so we're just going to go to the exploration phase, and it's white. Oh my gosh, but it's kind of like stuck. So only a monster. We get a Grell. All right, so this guy looks friendly. He also has 2 HP. What's up with these? Whoops. All right, so this guy looks very friendly. He also has 2 HP. What's up with these monsters with so much HP? All right, he's going to activate right away. If the Grell is adjacent to a hero, it's not. If the Grell is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with its tentacles, which are at a +7, 1, and dazed. Okay, so Quinn gets another friend that's going to immediately come and move adjacent to him and attack him. So, yeah, it's at a +7, and he needs to get an 18, so he needs an 11. All right. But it gets a 4, so no, can't do. There's no missing action, so he missed, but we don't get anything, so it's okay. It's good. So we're done with his monsters, so we're back to Tarek, which he is within 1 tile, so we're going to go for our lucky strike again, and then move somewhere else and continue exploring. So this guy has a 15, we're at 7, so we need an 8. And we get a 19, which does hit, but again, he has 2 HP, so he's going to use his Furious Assault and hope that someone rolls a 20 so that he can get it back. But for now, we got rid of him. We do get 2 treasures and pick the worst one. 200 or 400, we're keeping the 200, and this one we discard. I have more, treasure tokens over here, so I'm going to get some. So we're running out of them, and I guess it makes sense that we're getting, we're running out of them, because I keep keeping them and not buying anything during, in between adventures, because I'm trying to get better stuff. So, but I don't think we're gonna run out, and if we do, then what I'll do is I'll write it on a piece of paper and use the. Actually, I should have shuffled all of them, not just. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think we're done with Quinn. No, with Tarek. Yeah, no, Tarek has not moved. He probably should. So we're going to go up, and then I'm going to have to make sure that everything is on camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to explore. We get a white, so no encounter. All right, we should be good. We do get a monster. We're going to get a snake, Tarek. Okay, so 13 AC, 1 HP. And since we're not going to do an encounter, it's going to activate right away. So if the snake is within 1 tile of a hero, it is. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with a bite. And here's the bite, 7. We would just get poisoned, which is not fun, but there's no damage is what I meant. So it's going to move adjacent and attack with a +7. They're not in the same tile, our heroes. So he's only a 14, so monster needs to roll a 7. And the monster rolls an 8, so we are poisoned. So here's our poison status. You take 1 damage at the start of your turn of your hero phase, and discard the marker at the end of your hero phase if you roll a 10 or more. Put that right on Tarek and try to remember, and then Quinn has to come help. We're done with Tarek's turn. Let's see if Quinn can, get this monster. I do want them on the same tile if possible. However, that would mean that we're not exploring, and I do want to explore. So, but he only moves 5. So let's see, what's the best way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He wouldn't be able to explore. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't think so. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, just right here, because we're still going to use the Sacred Flame just because of the regaining hit point thing. I do have something that attacks adjacent monsters, and it actually has an ability that hit or miss 1 hero on your tile. That hero gets a +2 bonus AC until the next turn, but until I use this power again, which is pretty good. However, I want to get them to their health back if possible. So we will use, especially because I know he's going to lose a hit point at the beginning of his next turn. I want him to get a hit point so he can lose a hit point. So if I hit, so I'm at a 6 and the snake is at a 13, so we need to roll a 7. And we roll a 20 again. Oh my goodness, that means that because we're in the same tile, Tara gets his Fierce Assault flipped, which is great. It also means we kill the snake. Oh my goodness, and we get more XP. And it also means we get 2 treasures. Yeah, 2 treasures and keep the, oh my gosh, another item. We get $400. The item we will discard. Actually, let me just put it back in the box. And we're going to get an encounter because we did not explore because he already moved. So what's our encounter going to be? Environment. Oh, it's an environment. Okay, this might be good. At the end of each exploration phase, if a hero does not control at least 1 monster, he or she draws a monster card and places its figure on the closest unexplored edge. I don't love it, especially because we've been really good at not having monsters, and this is going to change that. But we've missed 2 items already. Now, of course, if I change it, I'm not going to get any more items out of this thing. But I think I will. I'm not going to cancel it. I'm going to take it because if there's any more items, I want them. They're super expensive and hard to get, so I don't want to miss my chances. All right, so let's see. That was the encounter. So we've already passed the exploration phase for Quinn, so we're okay. We don't need to trigger our environment. And so now we will go to the monsters phase. No, wait. Yeah, that's correct. Actually, let me check. Just to be extra sure, sequence of play is hero phase, which we did, then exploration phase, then villain phase. So during the hero phase is when we either move and then attack, or attack and then move, or make 2 moves. Then during the exploration phase is when we draw a dungeon tile, draw a monster card, that's it. And then in the villain phase, that's when we get the encounter. So we got the encounter during the villain phase, exploration phase was over, so yeah, we don't have to trigger it this time. But we get no new monster, so it is what it is. So let's see, so Tarek. Tarek is poisoned, so he's gonna take, he was supposed to regain a health from Quinn's attack, and now he's gonna lose it. So he's still at 5. And we'd want to explore, so Tarek is going to move and explore. So 1, 2, and he's going to end his hero phase. At the end of his hero phase, he needs to roll a plus 10 or more in order to get rid of his poison status. And he rolls another 20. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go play the Lotto right after I'm done here. 3 20s in the game. I don't think I've seen that very often. But he's no longer poisoned. Unfortunately, his Fierce Assault was not flipped. If it would have been, I would have gotten to unflip it, but so I could use it again, but that didn't happen. So we're gonna, that was the end of the hero phase. We're gonna go to the exploration phase at the end of the exploration phase. Okay, so we finished the exploration phase first. So, all right, we're not gonna get an encounter, but we are gonna get a monster. So, oh, and there's a door. So here's a door, another door that leads to nowhere. And for our monster, we're getting a human cultist. So this guy, which I love, by the way, I love the little skulls he's got in the back. He's going to activate right away. So let's see. He has a AC of 14 and 1 HP. If the cultist is within 1 tile of a hero, it is. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with a poison dagger, which is at a +6, 1 in poison. Oh my gosh, we just got rid of poison, didn't we? So he would have started there, but now he's moving adjacent to Tarek and hitting him at a +6. Tarek is not with Quinn, so his AC is 14, so the monster needs to roll an 8 to do 1 damage and poison. But the monster rolls a 2. We got lucky on that one, so we're good. Okay, and that was the end of all his monsters. Oh, we forgot that at the end of, hold on a second, we wouldn't have had a monster because if we look at the sequence of play, during the exploration phase, we draw a monster card and place that monster on a new tile, so Tarek would have had a monster. And at the end of the exploration phase, we triggered the event, or the environment, I should say, at the end of each exploration phase. If a hero does not control at least 1 monster, but he does, he or she draws a monster card and places the figure on the closest unexplored edge. And that's that. We didn't kill anything, did we? No, we didn't. Not this time. Okay, so Quinn is back. Quinn has to go do 1 damage to this guy. I would love for them to be in the same tile, so let's move him, speed of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so he can, explore at the end of his turn. We go that way. And then let's use our same one, Sacred Flame, at a +6. Monster is a 14, so let's hope we can hit him. Yeah, we do. Actually, we got an 8. We barely hit him, but we did. 8 + 8 is 16. 8 + 6 is 14, I'm saying. So I wasn't trying to give you a math lesson. 8 + 8 is 16, but we actually have to do 8 + 6, which is 14, which is what we need. But yes, 8 + 8 is 16 indeed. All right, so we killed the cultist, and we do get now whatever we get, we get. So what is our treasure? Is 200 gold, of course, of course. All right, but most importantly, Tarek regains a hit point. So he's up to 6. And now we'll go to the exploration phase. At the end of the exploration phase, if he doesn't have a monster, but he will, because, oh, look what's here. It's the, this is the tile we've been looking for. The dire chamber entrance. So a couple of things happen. The game kind of stops and we have to set up for the end, or actually, I guess the beginning of, of our objective. Now we're going to know what the objective of the scenario is. And the way we do that is we have a chamber deck that we haven't shuffled. We've been completing them one by one. We're on the fourth one, and that's going to give us instructions on what is going to happen. So we get the gate ceremony. That's going to be our objective is going to be listed here, and our setup instructions. So let's do it. Place the vast gate ritual marker with 5 time tokens on any chamber tile. The vast gate has 5 HP and an AC of 12. Find the ceremony progresses adventure encounter card. Place it on the top of the encounter deck. Starting with the active hero, each player draws a monster card and places a monster on a chamber tile. Place monsters on tiles that have no monsters first. And the goal is to destroy the vast gate before all 5 tokens are removed. And of course, this cannot be canceled. All right, so one thing at a time. Let's find, first we need to find the, vast gate ritual marker. Okay, so here's our vast gate ritual marker, and it just tells us that the AC is 12 and it has 5 hit points, so that's not terrible. And then we need to find the ceremony progresses adventure encounter card and place it on top of the encounter deck. So here's our ceremony progresses card. It cannot be canceled. If the vast gate marker is not in play, discard this card, but we're not, because now we have it. Of course, this is going to be on top of the deck, so it's not triggering now. Remove 1 time token from the vast gate. If you remove the last token, you lose. And draw an additional encounter card. And then after we do that, we place this card on top of the encounter deck. So you see how all the encounters that cannot be canceled are going to be taking time tokens, which we need to find, by the way, 5 time tokens. All right, so I got my time tokens ready to go. We're just going to settle that up. We also have to get our chamber tiles and place 1 in each unexplored edge that we have sprawling from the entrance to the dire chamber. All right, so here's our tiles. We only need 2, so I guess we'll put 1 here. The other one might actually not be on camera, so let's move everything down a bit. I'll go check also in a minute. Okay. All right, and then this goes in any 1 tile, so I guess we'll put it in the middle, I don't know. And then we each get a monster, right? We did the ceremony progresses. It's already on top of the encounter deck. Starting with the active hero, each player draws a monster card and places a monster on a chamber tile. So we're gonna get 1 on each. Let's see, a monster card for, who did this? That was Quinn. So Quinn gets a Dwergar Guard. Okay, and this guy is going to activate very, very soon. He has a 16 and an HP of 2, 16 AC. There he is. So we'll put him here in the Scorch Mark. And then for Tarak, we get another Mouther, which you've seen before. And we have to put it on the other tile. Okay, so we need to hit this thing 5 times. All right, Quinn is done with his exploration phase. The environment wouldn't trigger because he does have a monster card, of course. And I think we go to monster activation. If we had a villain, the villain would activate, but we don't have a villain. We did explore, and I don't really know if that's a black triangle. It looks kind of like not black, but it doesn't look white. So I will assume that it's black. It just doesn't look good on the other color, and we don't get an encounter. We are going to start getting encounters because we're not going to go exploring anymore, so this thing is going to start losing time tokens really fast. But our guard is going to activate, so let's see what he does. If the guard is adjacent to a hero, it's not. If the guard is on a tile with no heroes and an unexplored edge, that he is, draw a dungeon tile from the bottom of the tile stack and place it next to the Dwergar's guard tile, and draw a monster and place its figure on that tile, so we're getting another monster. And the next monster is another bear, which you've seen. And you know, right now I feel like the monsters, oh, by the way, we need a tile. The monsters are kind of distractions. We shouldn't focus on them. If we can, you know, hit the gate, we'll be done with the scenario. But let me get the bear, and the bear is going to activate. And if the cave bear is on the same tile as a hero, it's not. If the cave bear is within 1 tile of a hero, it's not. So the cave bear just moves towards the closest hero. Sure, we'll move him here. And that's it for Quinn. What a turn. But we're getting there, right? So Tarak is going to go And he's gonna probably use his daily, because that's why I save the dailies for, right? So in order to use it, I have to be on the tile of my choice, on the same tile as where I'm gonna attack. So I need to move, but he moves 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he's right here on this nice tile. And then of course after I use this, I'll have to flip it, but if I am successful, I can actually defeat this thing, because I will hit 4 times, and then with my Furious Assault, I can do a +1, which will be 5, but I would have to be successful every time. So it says attack 4 times. Each attack can be against any monster on your tile. After the attack, place your hero on any square on your tile. Okay, so let's do it. +7. The AC of that thing is 12, so yeah, we just need a 5. We just need to roll higher than 5 4 times. Let's do it. We didn't do it. Okay, so that's a miss. Second time around, that's a hit. Okay, third time, that's a hit, and the fourth time, that's also a hit. So we got 3 hits, and I'm gonna use my Furious Assault to make it 4 hits. So there's that already flipped. There's that. Let's put some damage. All right, there's some damage on this thing. I guess we'll just keep it to the side, because, you know, let's put it here on the card itself, because if not, where are we gonna walk? And he moved and he attacked, so it's the end of his hero phase. He did all he could, and now we're going to activate the Mouther. So the gibbering Mouther says the gibbering Mouther is within 1 tile of a hero, which it is. It attacks all heroes within 1 tile at a +8, 1 and dazed. Luckily, this guy is not on the same tile as Tarek, although they're very close. So it's just attacking Tarek at a +8. It needs a 14, so it needs a 6 to get this guy. Oh my gosh, he got 2. No way. All right, so it's a miss. So if he misses, he misses. That's just too bad, so sad. He didn't move, did he? No, it just attacked all heroes. So that's the only monster he controls. So I think Quinn's got it, because he's got this awesome daily power that even if it misses, it does 1 damage, and we're gonna use it. So, by the way, we were supposed to do an encounter, and we know what the encounter is, but I missed it. It was supposed to happen before the monster. Remove 1 token from the vast gate, so you know we're losing time here. And then what is it? Draw an additional encounter card and then place this on the top, so we get another encounter. But you know, this time we're gonna just cancel it. I don't care what it is. We can use 5 because that one couldn't be canceled, but this one can be. So we're gonna get 5 XP out of here. It's not like we're using it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 and 2, 5. There we go. And we're gonna cancel that encounter, so we don't have to deal with other things. And then Quinn can just finish the job. So Quinn, he might be a cleric, but he's not completely useless. Attack 1 adjacent monster, so we do have to move next to the gate. And after the attack, choose 1 monster on your tile, pass the monster's card to the player to your right. The player now controls a monster. I don't think that's going to matter, because at a +6, even if we miss, we get 1 damage. If we don't miss, we get 3. So we can roll, but we've done it. So let's roll just in case, see what our luck was. And of course, we would have to flip it. We're at a +6, we need to hit a 12, so we just need a 6. And we actually missed, okay. But it doesn't matter, because even when we miss, we get 1 more damage. And this thing has been defeated at only 5 with 4 time tokens to go. We did great. That's why, oh, he was supposed to move. That's why it's good to save those daily powers, I believe, or at least that's what I try to do, for when the big boss comes out at the end, because you're gonna need them. They're gonna be very helpful. The little monsters you can kind of deal with, but the big boss is usually, and this one wasn't that hard. 12 AC, I feel like that wasn't terrible, and only 5 hit points. We've gotten much worse in the past, so not a bad one. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, guys, there you have it. That was a full run-through of Dungeons & Dragons, our 4th scenario. We were able to beat it. Now, in between this time and the next time we meet, we are going to buy some, hopefully, good stuff for our heroes to move on to the 5th one, where I believe after the 5th one, we get another boon card, which are very helpful. I hopefully it's I know I've been busy with other games, and it's been a long time since we last played this campaign. I checked and it was 5 months ago, so sorry for the delay. I do love this game and I do look forward to playing it, so I'm not gonna have 5 more months pass by before we move on to scenario number 5. Thank you guys for joining me. Join us on social media and subscribe to Meeple Village if you haven't done so already, so you can continue with us through the campaign. It's been great so far. Our heroes have been doing awesome. They're not the most powerful heroes in this series. I know there's a guy that gets to attack twice, which is OP, but they've been doing okay. I'm happy to have a healer with us, which has helped a lot. So join us next time. I'll see you on the next one, but until then, may you play more games.